Hi, I'm Matt Creven, and welcome to Voice of the Box. I've got more exciting interviews from behind-the-scenes personnel on an NFL Game Day Sunday. Coming up next on Voice of the Box. Okay, welcome to Voice of the Box. I've got Jeff Chapman joining with me today, and if you ever wondered what it's like inside a radio or a television booth working with the announcers, providing them all the information, this is the man to talk to. Jeff, first of all, thanks for taking time to join me on Voice of the Box.
Pleasure.
Why don't you just first of all tell me, you said you're a statistician by trade, is that right? And tell me how long you've been doing what you've been doing.
You know what? It all started when I was a frustrated athlete in high school. Couldn't make the basketball team, couldn't make the football team, had to figure out a way to be close to the action. And someone said, well, how about we need someone to walk the sidelines and keep stats. We need someone to keep the scorebook for basketball. We need someone to call the newspaper with our results after the game. And that's really where it started. So it goes back about more years than I care to mention, but about close to 40 years.
So close to 40 years doing this. Now let's fast forward, let's say for the last 10. You work with a variety of networks, both television and radio, is that right?
I do statistics for 49ers, Raiders, and Warriors Radio.
Okay.
The Fox Pac-10 Football Game of the Week, the Fox Pac-10 Basketball Package, Comcast Sports Bay Area, WCC and Pac-10 Basketball, and a lot of ESPN games here in the Bay Area.
Wow. Well, let's focus just on football. If you let's get our heads just around football for today, since that'll be the focal point. Mm-hmm. Tell me about your game day. What's that like? How far in advance do you know who you're going to be working with in terms of the on-air talent? And then what time do you get to the stadium? And step me through, and my listeners, or viewers, through what your game day is like leading up to kickoff, and then we'll kind of take it from there.
Well, game day starts with working my regular job for about half the day, and then getting ready to get to the stadium, trying to get here about 3 hours beforehand, staking out my territory, setting up my laptop, and really kind of getting a game face on. And I know that sounds silly for someone that isn't banging the running back coming through the line of scrimmage, but you really do kind of suddenly start focusing on the game at hand, and that means getting an understanding of tendencies that the teams have. You haven't been studying these teams all week. It's a game day preparation kind of thing, and then setting up stat sheets and things and being prepared to give the broadcasters the kind of information that they're going to need, more so than the information that you want them to have, because every broadcaster is different.
Sure, and that's a great lead into another question. You've worked probably with such a wide variety of on-air talent. Different demands from different broadcasters. You know that going in, or you say, hey, you talk to them before the game. Hey, what do you want me to specialize in? Or is there anything any dialogue before the game, or it's pretty straightforward?
With someone who I've worked with as much as I have with Ted Robinson here, or Greg Papa with the Raiders, Jim Roy with the Warriors, I know what I'm getting, they know what they're getting. We've been doing it together now for many years. But the first time you work with those guys, or the first couple times, it's a crapshoot, and you don't know. You're giving them something that you think they might want, and when they take it and crumple it up, you kind of take it personally. You don't know quite what that means. Does that mean, shoot, I wish I could use it, but right now they have me doing a promo, and so I can't read that stat, or that stat sucks, or what? So, you don't take it personally, and the one piece of advice that I would give to anybody who's thinking about wanting to do something like this would be, don't think like a statistician. Think like a broadcaster.
Good point. What's the game day environment like? What's the experience in the actual booth once the ball is kicked? Let's, again, using football as the kind of the specialty for today. What's the environment like in the booth during the game?
Well, the interaction is almost exclusively between the play-by-play and the color guys. Sure. And so, if you're listening carefully enough and you hear them talking or leading into a certain direction, the kind of pressure that they're getting on Alex Smith. Well, if you know they're heading in that direction, you might want to start coming up with numbers that support it, and getting that in front of either one of the broadcasters that they can use while they're having that discussion.
I still don't know how this works. When you see a play starting at the 23, goes to the opponent's 46, and you're coming up with a number on the snap. How does that happen? How are you guys so fast?
It's a math thing. It's 27-4. It's 27.
How easy that is, kids?
It's 27 yards to the 50, and then 4 more to the 46.
Right. Well, you make it look easy because you've been doing it for so long, and you're very good at it, I know.
Well, you know where that comes from is every football broadcaster wants to say, 62-yard punt, 5 on the return, right as the kick is ending before they go to a break, because they always go to a break after a punt.
Sure.
And if you don't use the 50 as your, your guide, you're doing all kinds of math that sometimes can lead to, minus 7-yard punts, which just doesn't work.
Gut reaction to these quick response to these questions. Biggest challenge in terms of your role?
Meeting each individual broadcaster's individual needs the first time.
Biggest reward out of what you do?
And our statistician tonight, Jeff Chapman.
That's all you need, on air, a little on air. Should we give a little plug to our on air camera, who's helping me with camera? Tim McKercher, thank you for your handiwork today.
No one does it better.
Guest cameraman, we'd like to thank you. Jeff Chapman, statistician, thank you very much for taking some time right here in Voice of the Box.
My pleasure, thank you.